My name is Mercaldo, and I am a lawyer at the Mercaldo law firm in Arizona. We handle medical malpractice lawsuits throughout the state. So the case involved our client Sharon King, who was about 70 years old at the time, went in to see her orthopedic surgeon for what should have been a routine shoulder replacement surgery. And during the procedure, the surgeon, as he was closing her up, put a suture around her neurovascular bundle, basically killing all of the nerves, muscles. Ms. King was required to undergo an above elbow arm amputation. Ms. King reached out to us within a few months of the procedure before she had to have her arm amputated. When we initially got this case, there were some obstacles. The defense denied responsibility, denied all negligence initially, and described this as just a surgical complication. So our objective on this case was to first establish liability against the defendant. The defendant initially had denied liability. So this case involved a number of experts. We sued the defendant, doctor, who's an orthopedic surgeon, so we had an orthopedic surgeon, standard of care expert. We also sued a discharge nurse, so we had a nursing expert, standard of care. The defense also raised several causation defenses. We retained an anesthesiology causation expert. We had a vascular surgeon causation expert. And then on the damages side of things, we had a prosthetist, we had a life care planner, and we had an economist. DK Global was very helpful in working with all of the experts involved in the case, and that was important because our trial judge wasn't going to allow us to show the jury the animation unless we could establish that it was a reliable representation of what actually occurred during the procedure. And shortly after disclosing the DK Global animation, the defense did accept liability in the case. So the strategy at that point focused on proving up the damages. So we ultimately went to trial. The case was a week-long trial in Pima County Superior Court. And at the end of trial, our jury returned a verdict in favor of our client in the amount of $5,290,000. So this was maybe the third or fourth time I've worked with DK Global, and I've always found your organization to be professional, responsive in medical malpractice cases. Sometimes the issues are complex, and the complexity favors the defense, because as the plaintiff, we have the burden of proof. We have to show a clear path as to what went wrong, why it was negligent, and why it caused damage to our client, and having that animation just helps in that regard tremendously.